Okay, I am testing. I'm speaking into the mic.
Testing, testing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming at you live from the Kent Ice Arena. My name is Alex Rivera, and I'm with my partner, Max Motes. And we are thrilled to bring you tonight's 2025-2026 Kent State Hockey home opener against the visiting Cincinnati Bearcats. We're looking forward to a great game tonight. Puck drop will be coming momentarily. Stay with us. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, players making their way onto the benches here. And tonight, we're going to highlight one player who we're really looking at tonight. And Max, who's that going to be for us tonight?
So tonight's player to watch is going to be Nick Kataya, number 27 for Kent. He had hat tricks during both of the scrimmages, so clearly we have some elite scoring abilities here, and we're hoping to see some more of that tonight.
Absolutely. Hopefully he can put a couple on the board for us here tonight.
And we got both players making their way onto the ice. We're going to have a little brief break here for the national anthem here in just a moment.
Thank you for joining us for that national anthem, and we are getting ready to get set here. Moment we've all been waiting for all off season. Flashes have been working real hard for this moment. Excited to finally see them get their chance today, get this season underway.
We've already seen a great showcase of skill from the Golden Flashes throughout their scrimmage games we broadcasted this season. Again, they had 2 of those, and we really saw a wide variety of defensive, offensive, and goaltender strategy there. So, again, we're really hoping to see a lot of that brought to tonight's game, and looks like we're about to start here.
Starting lines making their way onto the ice. Whistles blown. Players making their way to center ice. Ref standing in the center of the dot here. Sticks banging on the boards, and the puck is down. One back early by your Flashes. Kyle Holmes here with the puck early. Dumps it in deep. We got an early whistle here. Going to be an early icing.
And that puck is going to go back into the Golden Flashes zone to have a face-off there again for that icing.
Face-off coming up here to the right of the Flashes net. Puck is down. One back again nicely by our Flashes here. Little tie-up in the zone as they look to clear. Skated in by Cole Bianchi here and dumped deep. Early chance here. Puck is loose on net. We get an early cover-up. Good pressure there by Cole Bianchi. Pushing the issue early for your Flashes.
And we are 19 minutes and 41 seconds into the first period. We've already had 2 stoppages. This is already showing again some of the offensive power that both of these teams have, and they are starting with some energy.
One back by the Bearcats here. And skated up. Looking for Connor Lemmerbrock here. Big hit along the boards there. Puck swung around the boards here in the Golden Flashes zone. Tie up in the corner boards here. Puck is loose, battling for the puck here. Ultimately won by your Flashes. Trying to clear here, but they cannot. Puck chipped back deep into the zone. Cleaned up here by J.J. Creighton. Moves it up the boards here. Puck down low again. Another good block save there by Bartlett. Puck is loose in the net here. Swung all the way around the Golden Flashes zone. And we got an early penalty here, it looks like.
We've had already an incredibly aggressive game from both teams. We saw a couple back and forth hits there.
Looks like we got one of the Golden Flashes here going to the box early. Looks like that's going to be number 2, J.J. Creighton here, looking like he's going to the box here. So your Flashes are going to have to kill off this penalty early. Cincinnati with an early power play here.
This early in the game, this could be a tough penalty kill to kill off for the Golden Flashes. However,
puck is down here, one back by the Bearcats. Chipped it in along the boards here. Battle along the boards here. Good win and a good clear there by the Golden Flashes. Good job getting that puck out of the zone there by Liam Norton.
Great early clear there.
Puck here taken up by number 21 on Cincinnati. It's Connor Lemmerbrock. Skates into the zone here. Down to the corner boards. Looks up here. Looks for Robert Pokapuk with the shot. Good block out front there. Back to Lemmerbrock. Skates into the zone here. And a shot. Another good block there. Good job by Liam Norton there. Another block. And that puck is going to clear the zone. And the Bearcats will have to regroup here early.
The Golden Flashes have already shown a fantastic defensive effort so far as they chip it out of the zone again. It seems Cincinnati's struggling to get a clean entry into the offensive zone here.
That shot goes just wide of the net. Swings all the way around the boards here as the Flashes look to clean this one up. Good intensity here early. Looks like we are going to get another penalty here. Let's see who's going to the box. And it looks like we're going to get a Bearcat here going to the box. Looks like number 3 Brad Baxton is going to go to the box here, and we are going to get back to even strength.
We're going to get hopefully a little bit of 4-on-4 time here. We love some 4-on-4 time. Again, we got 2 players in the box, one with 2 minutes left, one with 54 seconds left, with 17 minutes and 58 seconds in the first period. We're going to a face-off in the Bearcats zone.
Good chance here for the Flashes. Puck's tied up off the draw, and the Bearcats are going to come out with this puck. Skating around by number 6, Jacob Kempa, as he looks to get out of his own zone. Good pressure there by Jules Jardine. Now let him get too deep into the Flashes zone. Skated in here by TJ Alvalino. Sticked away there by a Bearcat defender. Bearcats with possession here in the neutral zone, and they are into the Flashes defensive zone here. Good stick there. Picked up by Jules Jardine. Swung around the boards here. Chipped ahead here to TJ Avellino. Skates in 2-on-1 here by himself. Looking for some help here, and none will arrive. And the puck will exit the zone, and the Flashes will have to regroup. Look to charge up for another offensive attack here. Controlled down by Cincinnati, number 24, Keegan Lozier. Dumped ahead. Kicked in the zone here by Jeremiah Hosack. Plug play in the Flashes zone. Big hit along the boards there. But the Flashes do control this puck. Number 20 here for the Flashes. Cornell Kaiba skates in with some speed here. Looking to get an early offensive chance here. The Flashes are in the offensive zone. Swung all the way around to Nick Kataya. Played up the boards here to number 16. Over to Nick Falkowski. And a quick shot, just wide of the net here. Good shot there by the Flashes.
And your Golden Flashes are on a power play at this point.
Down low for Adrian Sanchez. Nick Falkowski here, dumps it down to Cornell Kaibas. With a shot. Pad save there by the Cincinnati goalie. Bearcats control this puck, and they do clear the zone. And the Flashes will have to go back to their zone to get this puck and regroup. Falkowski here behind his own net. Looking for an option. Big hit in the zone here. Played nicely by Bartlett. Get it back to his team. Get this puck out of his zone, but the Bearcats are still pressuring. Puck out loose. Good opportunity here for the Bearcats. Puck just goes wide off a Bearcat skate. Battle on the corner boards here. Shot off a Cincinnati player down low in front. Good battle here by Kaibas. Looking to clear his zone, but the Bearcats keep it in. Kaden Akanya here, keeping that puck in. One by Adrian Sanchez here, and he's got speed. Chips it in down low, and the Flashes are going to go for a line change here. Controlled by number 26 for Cincinnati, Kaden Ignatjevich. Oh, and looks like we're going to get another penalty here. Looks like another Bearcat player. It's going to be number 26, Camden and Ignatjevich. And the Flashes are going to stay on the power play here.
This is huge this early in the game. Clearly both teams are trying to set the tone for a very physical game. Again, we've already had 3 penalties, and we are 15 minutes and 23 seconds into your first period. So really trying to set the tone for a physical, rough game between these two teams.
Tie up here on the dot. One back by the Flashes. Number 10, Nick Storty here with control at the top of the point. Plays across the here for Jules Jardine. Up top for J.J. Creighton. Back to Jardine. Back up top to Creighton. Tape to tape, and a shot here. Blocked out in front there by Matthew Bauman. And he is going to clear the zone here. And Cincinnati's going to get a line chase here, and the Flashes are going to regroup and march up the ice here. Flashes looking to take advantage of this opportunity early here in this one. Get on the board. Nick Storty here. Plays it in down low, but cleared by the Bearcats quickly. Creighton skating back for this puck. He's across the red line. He's across the blue line, and the Flashes are in the zone. Good dump pass there to Jardine. Back down low on front. Storty here with a good chance. And a shot just off the top. And the puck is going to clear the zone here. Good hit there by Creighton along the benches. Avellino down in his own zone. Going to control this puck. Looking for a man out wide. And dumped all the way deep into the Cincinnati zone here. Avellino with pressure. Battling for the puck, trying to keep it in. Cleared again there by number 28 on Cincinnati. Broderick Burge. Kaibas here behind his own net for the Flashes. Looking to make the most of these last few seconds on this power play. Got time for one good chance here. Kataya here in the zone with speed. Beautiful move to get out low. Good shot. Body save there by DJ Lyons. Cincinnati is going to clear this zone once again. Flashes looking for a quick regroup here before this power play expires. Slowed down by Bartlett. And Kataya's got the puck across the red line, across the blue line. Dumped down low. Good pass. Back to Kataya. Shot. Puck is loose. Down low. No goal here. What a chance there for the Flashes. Puck just does not see the back of that net.
And we are now back to even strength for both teams. That power play has expired for the Flashes.
Flashes win the puck in the neutral zone here. Played for Kybos, but a good stick there by Cincinnati defender Connor Lemmerbrock to get that puck out of the zone. Kybos here just going to let this one deflect off his stick. Get a few new fresh legs on the ice here for the Flashes. Big hit out in open ice. Beautiful hit there by Chaston Sealing for the Flashes. Played in by Colpine. Oh, he goes for another one there. Just misses that one. They are playing physical tonight, folks. Good blocker saved there by DJ Lyons for the Bearcats. Slowed down by Connor Lemmerbrock here as he looks to get out of his zone, and he does. And he has a man. He's got Sawyer Zielinski in his shot. Rattles all the way around the boards here, and it's going to clear the zones, and they are going to have to regroup again. Cincinnati in the neutral zone, looking to get back into the Flashes zone quickly here. Puck played in behind the net to Bartlett. Good pass to get it slowed down here. Puck takes a weird bounce out in front. Puck is loose in the Flashes zone. That puck does get out of the zone here. And they are going to slow this one down. Looks like both teams getting some fresh legs on the ice here. Looks like we're going to get a whistle here. Looks like we got our offsides here. And we'll get a nice stoppage in play.
Wow, that is what a start to this game. We've seen a lot of back and forth penalties, back and forth hits. The Golden Flashes have done a fantastic job really bringing some physicality into this game and setting an energetic tone. Love to see it.
Absolutely. Home opener. Both teams here juiced up. Happy to be back on the ice and playing some good hockey. Puck in the Flashes zone here. Bearcats looking to pounce. Backhand opportunity. Good block out in front there by the Flashes defender. It's going to be Liam Norton with the block there. Kyle Holmes racing to this puck for the Flashes to clear the zone, and he does. Picked up by Norton in the neutral zone. Just can't find a man, but it finds its way back onto Norton's stick, and he's going to dump that puck in. Slowed down by the Bearcats here. Robert Pokapek trying to clear this zone. And it ends up on the stick of number 8, Nathan Sunderhaus. And he's going to look up ice for Jackson Cawthorn. Flashes, however, do take control of this puck in the neutral zone. Holmes looking for Toth there. But this puck is going to go back into the Flashes zones. Nick Falkowski here slowing this puck down. Misses both the sticks of the Flashes in the neutral zone. This puck's going to skate all the way down the length of the ice for an icing.
We saw a really huge defensive play there done by the Golden Flashes. That block in front of the net was huge for the Flashes to get another chance to get an offensive rush in here. However, they did get that icing, so we're going to be taking that face-off all the way back to the right side of the goaltender in the Golden Flashes zone.
Face-off here to the right of the Flashes net. One back by the Flashes as they look to get out of their zone. And they do. This puck is going to go all the way, actually on net here, so we're not going to icing. As Aiden Bepko for the Bearcats controls this one up to Connor Lemmerbrock here. They're into the offensive zone. Good move by Lemmerbrock. Backhanded just wide of the net there. Physical play here behind the back of the Flashes net. Flashes looking to get control of this puck. But the Bearcats are threatening. Really physical here. Big hits. We are going to get another penalty. This game is getting chippy, folks.
Now, we love to see a lot of physicality early, but we're getting to the point where I think both teams need to rein it in a little and bring back a little bit of discipline. That was a little bit of sloppy play we saw there behind the net. We love to see the energy. You can tell both of these teams have been waiting for this day for months. However, I'd like to see a little more clean action. It looks like we might have two players going to the box here, so we might get some 4-on-4 hockey.
Yeah, it looks like number 3, Falkowski for your Flashes, and number 21, Connor Lemmerbrock for the Bearcats, both in the box here. They're both going to sit for 2 minutes, and we will get some 4-on-4 hockey.
These 4-on-4 opportunities are huge for both teams to capitalize on. 4-on-4 gives a lot more space and a lot less congestion in front of the net, so we can see a lot of really essential and critical offense happen on these 4-on-4 plays.
Another face-off to the right of Bartlett here in the Flashes zone. Bearcats got an offensive opportunity. Flashes looking to get it out quickly. One back by the Bearcats. Bartlett with a good stick to clear that one out of harm's way. And the Flashes march up the ice. Dumped in by Odd Sturchill. The Bearcats quickly control this one. It's Caden and Kanya. Plays it over to Jacob Kempa. And the Bearcats in the neutral zone, looking to march into the Flashes zone here. With a shot here, good save by Bartlett. He's going to glove that one, and we're going to get a stoppage in play. Good glove there by Bartlett to stop that chance.
That's a big, big stoppage there. Again, these 4-on-4 times, it's going to be very aggressive, a lot of back and forth action, so good to see a stoppage there for the goaltender.
This face-off is going to be to the left of Bartlett. Puck is down, one back cleanly by the Flashes. And they are out of their zone. Adrian Sanchez here with some speed, looking to beat his man. Sanchez here with a quick shot, just goes wide of the net there. Good chance by Sanchez, good hustle play. He's got reinforcement, Cole Biankin here. And the Flashes are going to look to set up shop in the Bearcats zone. Biankin here takes a tumble, but he's got the puck. Oh, just wide of the net here for Biankin, just off of his stick. Slowed down by the Bearcats, number 24, Keegan Lozier. He's going to look for some options as the Bearcats look to make their way through the neutral zone. Big hit there by J.J. Creighton along the boards. Kyle Holmes battling for that puck. Flashes looking to get this puck out of the zone, but they cannot. Puck takes a bounce and it is in the Flashes' possession. 2-on-2 chance here. Kyle Holmes shoves a man in front, and we are going to get a penalty on the Flashes. It looks like number 17, Kyle Holmes here, is going to go to the box for 2 minutes. A lot of penalties here early in this one. You can tell all the players here are real amped up, real juiced up for this one, but as Max said earlier, players got to reel it in a little bit, look to play a cleaner game.
And looks like we're going to be getting some 3-on-4 action with the Bearcats being up a player. 3-on-4 with 9 minutes and 2 seconds left in your first period. Wow, a lot of penalties early on. I'm interested to see how this continues through the rest of the game.
Flashes with the 3 players on the ice. Going to look to get this puck out quickly and kill off both of these penalties. Number 9 here for the Bearcats, Matthew Bowman, surveys for an option. Finds Nathan Sunderhouse on a quick slap shot. Oh, and they score. Number 3 for the Bearcats, Brad Baxton, capitalizes on the power play and puts the Bearcats up 1-0 here.
The speed and power behind that shot there was not much that Bartlett could do. Again, that shot was very fast. We had a lot of speed, a lot of power behind it as well.
Bearcats take an early lead here. Flashes looking to hone in a little bit, get out of the box, get back to full strength, and continue to get some good offensive opportunities. Good power play execution there by the Bearcats, taking advantage of their man advantage, putting one on the board.
And we're going to bring the face-off back to the center dot here as well.
One back to the Flashes end here. Picked up by TJ Avellino as he's going to look to regroup, and he finds Jules Jardine, who skates in past the red line, and he's going to dump in to the Bearcat zone. DJ Lyons out of his net to play that puck. Does an excellent job to clear that one. And the Bearcats here, number 3, Brad Baxton again here, and he's got a man and a shot. Good body save there by Kyle Bartlett, turning that one away. Bearcats here, still threatening. Big hit along the corner boards there. And the Flashes just past the stick of Jardine. Norton, rather, excuse me.
And we are back to even strength.
Number 10 here for the Bearcats. Kane and Kanya plays it in deep. Flashes pick this one up, however. Dumped in by Toth on net. Blockered away by DJ Lyons, but Norton here to pick this one up. He's got a man up top. That's Kyle Holmes with a quick shot down low. Takes a deflection just wide of the net. just off the stick of top. Norton still battling. Quick opportunity here in the shot. Just off the glove of DJ Lyons. Another good save by the Cincinnati goaltender. Battle here along the boards. Picked up by Cincinnati, however. It's number 10, Caden Akanya, as he's going to play it all the way in behind the Flash's net. Bartlett picks that one up, looking for one of his teammates. Battle here, and the puck does clear the Flash's zone. Cincinnati will have to regroup, and they're going to play it into the Flash's zone deep again. Bartlett way out of his crease here to pick that one up, and he does an excellent job to keep that one away from danger. Sticked out of there. And the puck does clear the zone. Another big hit along the boards there. Chased and Sealing bringing the body here tonight. Nick Storty for the Flashes behind his own net. Finds a man. Good poke there. Into the zone, off the blocker. 23, Colpine, and a big hit in front of the boards there. Late hit there. Dumped in by the Bearcats. All the way back for Storty to pick this one up. Controlled in the neutral zone by number 3, Brad Baxton. And Storty picks this one up again behind his own net. The Flashes look to settle this one down, get a good offensive chance moving the other way. Bearcats doing a good job of keeping this puck in. Aiden Bepko keeping that one in. And a shot. Back to Bepko, top of the zone. Still keeping this puck in. Flashes looking to clear. And they do get this one out of the zone. Dumped in by Brayson Bennett for the Bearcats. Bartlett behind his crease here. And the Flashes look to get moving the other way. And they do. Good chip up to Liam Norton here. Looking for a man in the center. Nobody is home. Brian Odsturchel controls this one. Tape to tape here with Falkowski. They're across the red line into the offensive zone here. Puck down low. We're going to get another stoppage in play here, it looks like.
Wow, both of these teams are so willing to fight to keep it in the offensive zone. We've really seen a lot of heavy hits to try to keep the offensive pressure sustained and going. And I'm really excited to see if the Golden Flashes can tie this up before the end of the first period, as we currently have 5 minutes and 31 seconds left in your first period, with Cincinnati up 1, Golden Flashes at 0.
Flashes here get a good offensive chance here in the Bearcats zone to the right of DJ Lyons. A little discussion here from the reps. A little pause in the action. Packed house here tonight at the Kent State Ice Arena. I want to thank all the fans for coming out, showing some support to the team. Looks like we got a pause here. Looks like the scoreboard has went out. So it looks like a little pause in the action until we can get the scoreboard back up and running. Players making their way back to the locker room here as they still trying to figure out this scoreboard. So we are going to take a brief intermission, and we will be back when the action resumes. Stay with us, folks.
That's right now. Check it out.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And after what was sort of a bizarre pause there, had some issues with the scoreboard, but we are all straightened out, and we are back. And we are going to pick right back up with 6 minutes left, it looks like, in the first period. Players back on the ice, and we are ready to go. Face off to the right of DJ Lyons. Quick shot here by Kaibas. Out of the Kent State offensive zone. Played all the way in deep. And it's going to go all the way down for an icing. Puck's going to make its way all the way back to the Kent zone.
That was a very quick start. That quick shot off the face-off. It's showing, even though we had a little bit of an unexpected delay here, they are not phased. They're ready to get right back on the ice and get to playing.
Face off to the left of Bartlett. Puck is down. One back by the Bearcats. Kept in nicely by Connor Lemmerbach. Flashes look for possession. Puck is loose, and the Bearcats look to slow this one down. But the Flashes pick this one up. Skated in by Nick Kataya. He's going to play it in deep behind DJ Lyons. Puck off the back of his net, looking for Sanchez out in front. Bearcat defender picks that one up. Storty back, racing for that puck, looking to get out of his zone. But the Bearcats do keep it in. Lemmerbach again. Good move at the top of the zone. Looking for a chance for the Bearcats. No one is home. Sanchez picks this one up. Battle in the neutral zone. Won by the Bearcats again. Good stick there by Nick Kataya. 1-on-2 chance here. Looks for a shot just off the skate of Brad Baxton. And the Flashes keep this one in, however. Good stick there. Looking for Kataya down low. Another good defensive play by the Bearcats. Matthew Bauman skates this one into the Kent zone. Down low, looking for a man out front. Good stick work there by the Kent defense. Number 10, Storty. Puck down low behind the net. Bearcats still threatening, looking to put another one on the board. Flashes pick this puck up, however. They're out of their zone, across the red line, and they are in the offensive zone. Good move there by Avellino. Picked up by Jardine. Quick shot off the glove of DJ Lyons. Jardine staying with this one, however. Looking for a man out front. Takes a bounce off a defender and out of the zone. Odd Sturchill here along the boards, battling, and wins that puck for his team. And the Flashes are in the offensive zone again. Jardine here out front. Good save there by DJ Lyons. What a chance for Jardine. Got low in front of the net. Lyons swallows that one up.
Wow, what an effort there by the Golden Flashes. We saw a lot of offensive drive towards the net there. That was very impressive work there by the Flashes. We had some great opportunities keeping it in the zone. Fantastic showcase right there, really bringing back the energy.
Face off to the left of Lyons here. Tied up off the draw. Flashes win possession. Toth dumped that one around the Cincinnati goal here. Good work to keep that puck in. Norton plays it down low again. Spun all the way around. Bryson Miller on the pressure. Stick work there by Toth to try to keep this one in, and they do. Good job by Norton. Keep that one in. Toth picks this one in this dot here on the left dot, but the Bearcats do get this puck out of the zone. Skated in by Jeremiah Hosack. Another huge hit. Puck is loose down low. Flash is looking to clear. Kept in by the Bearcats. Bearcats battling for this puck along the boards. Picked up by the Flashes, however, in the corner boards. Good job to slow this puck down, get going the other way. Chipped ahead here to Odd Sturchill. Plays it all the way around the boards. One there by Chasten Sealing. That puck takes a weird bounce. And Kanan Kanya for the Bearcats clears it, but it is going to go all the way down for another icing. We're going to get another stoppage and play here. Good offensive opportunity coming up for the Flashes in the Cincinnati zone.
And we've seen a lot of defensive effort there from the Flashes. That was really great. We saw some great blocks kind of far up in the zone. So not even getting to the goaltender, we're blocking it before they even get a chance. That's what we love to see. We want to keep that going. And now we are going to have a face-off to the right of the Cincinnati goaltender. Puck
is down, one cleanly by Kataya. Play down low, back to Kataya. Sanchez with him. Battling for this puck in front of the Cincinnati net. Kataya picks this one up cleanly, and he's going to look for an option. Played all the way up top, just off the stick of Falkowski, and that puck is going to bounce into the Bearcat bench. And we are going to get another stoppage in play.
It appears the call there was offsides, but again, we've seen some great back and forth. That was a great effort again in the offensive zone by the Golden Flashes. However, the Bearcats defense is deserving of a little bit of praise here. They've done a great job at stopping some very close, very high pressure chances from Kent State.
Puck is down, one back by the Flashes. It's going to get dumped in. Trickle all the way around the boards. Luke Berry with the pressure here early for the Flashes. Tied up along the boards. Cincinnati player goes down, and they win that puck. Connor Lemmerbrock here for the Bearcats. Good defensive work there by Kyle Holmes to stop that chance. And that puck just squeaks out of the zone. The Bearcats are going to have to clear and regroup. Flashes looking to pick this one up in the neutral zone. Lemmerbrock still has the puck here, slowing it down, surveying options through the neutral zone. Good nifty move to get in the offensive zone here. Centered out in front, down low. Beautiful save by Bartlett. Moving across the crease to get that one. Good chance for the Bearcats. Puck tied up down the low, and the Flashes are going to clear this one all the way down for another icing. Flashes here looking to get out of their own zone and generate some more offensive opportunities. Bearcats doing a nice job of keeping the pressure in their offensive zone.
However, I will say this is going to be another very crucial defensive effort from the Flashes. That icing, probably not quite what they're looking for in terms of getting a break, getting some time to be in their offensive zone. So seeing it come all the way back to being back on defense, probably not what they had hoped for there.
Puck won back by the Flashes. Good job to win that puck. Chipped up into the neutral zone. Jardine takes a stab at it. He picks this one up. He is in the offensive zone for the Flashes. Jardine, nifty move to get around his defender, looking for his man out front. Shot down low off the blocker. Deflection just goes past the net. Jardine still battling, and the puck is off.
It appears the net has become dislodged here, so we're going to get that reset up back on the post. And then I believe that the faceoff will be back in the Flashes' offensive zone. Hoping to keep that pressure, see some good things come out of this, and really looking to tie this game up before we officially get into the second period. I believe that we have 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the first. Again, we had some technical issues there that made it a bit more complicated than we were anticipating. However, we're still hoping to see them tie it up in the first.
Net looks like it's back on there, all good to go. Face off to the left of Lions. And the puck is down. One back nicely by the Flashes. Storty here, looking, and a quick shot. Stick save by Lions, and the puck deflects out of play, and we will get another stoppage and another offensive opportunity here for the Flashes.
And it appears the goaltender for Cincinnati did lose his goal stick there. That was a hard shot. Went all the way up to the ceiling and resulted in his stick kind of getting tossed away there. So we are all good, all back. This face-off is going to be to the left of the Cincinnati goaltender.
Puck is down. Another win by the Flashes in their offensive zone. Played down low, but the Bearcats do clear. And that puck is going to go out of their defensive zone, and out of play. We'll get another stoppage here and another face-off for your Flashes in their offensive zone. And they're looking to put one in the back of the net here, looking to capitalize on every chance they get when they are in the offensive zone.
They have had some really close chances here as well, and they're hoping to sustain that pressure.
Tie up here off the face-off. Cincinnati looking to clear, and they do. Played all the way down. Bartlett slows this one down, and he's going to cover up. We'll get another stoppage in play.
It's definitely a smart play there, especially when the puck kind of goes all the way from one end to the other. Good decision there by Bartlett to cover, give his guys a second to kind of regroup, and this face-off is going to be to the right of Bartlett.
Puck is down. Flashes take possession quickly here. Chipped ahead to Sanchez, and he's got wheels. Into the offensive zone. Takes a good hit along the boards, but he keeps possession. Out front, loose out front, and Lions covers up. Good job by Lions to dive on that one and cover that one up. Good chance there for the Flashes. Sanchez making something out of nothing, but nobody's there to clean up that rebound. We'll get another stoppage in play and another face-off for the Flashes in the offensive zone.
It does look like the Golden Flashes are going to go on the power play here. We have number 24 for Cincinnati, Keegan Loser, who is going to be in the box, I believe.
Great opportunity for the Flashes at the end of this period. and going into the next period to even that score up. Tied up off the face-off, one back in the shot, deflected off his stick. Sanchez battling for this one, looking to keep it in. Good job there. The puck does exit the zone. Falkowski slows it down, plays it over to Bryson Miller. Tape to tape, back to Falkowski. He's going to slow this puck down. Falkowski takes a hit down low. Puck is loose. Beautiful defensive play there by the Flashes. Dangerous chance there for the Bearcats. Kataya skates it in for the Flashes. Back to Kaibas. Good move to get around his defender, and a shot. Deflected off a Bearcat defender. The Bearcats do clear the zone. Falkowski racing back for this one. As the period winds down, chipped ahead in the neutral zone. Right to a Bearcat stick. The Bearcats are going to get a line change as Falkowski behind his net again, looking to move up the ice. Bearcats keeping the pressure on, however. Flash is just looking to get an offensive chance here. And that is the end of the first period, folks. Flash is going to take a power play into the second period. They're going to look to start hot in that second period and utilize the power play to get back in this one and tie this one up. Looks like right back for the second period. So after the wonky first period, we took our intermission. So they're going to get straight into the second period, and we are ready to go. Team swap sides. Players make their way to center ice. We're bringing you right back into the action, folks.
I do wonder if this is going to have an impact on the flow of the game, the guys' energy levels. We have an extra long second period here. Obviously, they got that 2-minute break. However, it's still going to kind of be an extra 6 minutes added onto this second period here today.
Puck is down. The second period is underway. Bartlett's going to play this one behind his own net. Finds Jardine. Plays it back to J.J. Creighton. He's going to slow it down. Flashes line up. They march up the ice here. Creighton still with the puck. Nifty move to keep it away from the defender. Still looking to get out of their zone. Looking for the right opportunity to move up the ice. And he finds number 10. That's Nick Storty. And he finds number 21 for their Flashes, T.J. Avellino. Back to Storty. Good play by the Bearcats defense there. Carried in by the Bearcats. Puck down low. Just wide of the net. Creighton picks this puck up. Avellino battling for that one, but had it sticked away. Bartlett out of his crease again to pick this one up. Picked up by a Cincinnati player. Big hit down low there. Big physical play in the Flashes zone. Avellino back for some reinforcement and slowed this one down. Over to Creighton. Clears the zone. Tape to tape to Avellino across ice. And Avellino skates in. Nifty move to get around defender. Early shot off the shoulder pad of DJ Lyons. Puck still in the Cincinnati zone in the corner. One out by Kaibas. Nifty move to get around his defender. And a shot. Wide there. Kept in by Creighton. Looks like a flash player goes down. Kept in, however, by Sanchez. Puck still loose in the corner boards. Both teams battling for possession. Nick Kataya going to pick this one up for the Flashes. But it's cleared out by the Bearcats. The Bearcats are marching the other way. And Kanya for the Bearcats. Had his poked away. Bartlett's going to pick this one up with his, cover this one up. Oh, physical after the play. And there's a scrum right near Bartlett. Both teams getting really chippy. Players all over the ice. Helmets off. Flashes took very much exception to the end of that play. Thought Cincinnati gave a little bit extra to Bartlett. And the Bearcats retaliated as well.
Interested to see if we're going to remain even strength here, if we have anybody going to the boxes. So far, it's looking like we're going to stay even strength, but we'll see. Actually, scratch that. It appears that number 24, which is Brian Odstrol, is going to the box.
Unfortunate there for the Flashes. Just trying to defend his teammate. However, the refs get him there on that penalty, and the Flashes are going to have to go on the penalty kill again, putting the Bearcats back on the power play.
We do have a meeting with the referees happening here center ice. It's clear that Kent State does have a little bit of opposition here to that play. You see the player in the box kind of throwing his hands up in confusion there. So definitely a rough call there for the Flashes, as they felt like they were defending their goaltender. However, those do happen, so we got to come back. We got to win this face-off.
One back by the Flashes quickly. They're going to look to get this one out quickly, get this penalty over. Tied up in the corner boards. Both teams battling for possession. Physical in the corner boards in the Flashes zone. And that puck is moving again. Picked up by the Bearcats, number 15. Down low, out in front. Just wide of the net there by Bartlett. Bearcats remain possession. Connor Lemmerbrock for the Bearcats. A shot. Good pad save by Bartlett. Kicks that one out to his right. Flashes looking to clear. Kept in by the Bearcats. That puck just squeaks out of the zone. And the Flashes are bringing the pressure in the neutral zone. And they cleared all the way down the ice. Beautiful job by the Flashes there. Staying tough and getting that puck out of the zone. Get some fresh legs on the ice here for the Flashes. Bearcats slowing this one down with speed through the neutral zone. Lemmerbrock skates this one in the offensive zone for the Bearcats. Plays this one all the way around the boards to Brad Baxton. Dumps it to Robert Pokopek. Tape to take to Lemmerbrock. He's going to slow this one down. Pokopek. Back to Baxton. Shot fans off his stick. Bartlett pads that one away to the right. Back to Baxton at the top of the point. Sawyer Zielinski with a shot. Deflected out front. Never makes his way to Bartlett. Creighton looking to clear. But the Bearcats still keeping this one. And Flashes desperately need to clear. Go to physical play there. Good job there by Cole Biancan to remain tough at the top of the key and get that puck out for the Flashes. Getting a much-needed reset there. Bearcats behind their home net. Looking to move into the offensive zone with speed. Through the neutral zone come the Bearcats. Dumps it back down low. Cross ice here to Matthew Bauman. Shot, takes a deflection out front. Covered up by Bartlett. Good save there by Bartlett to slow this one down for the Flashes.
Very good stoppage there. Gives the Flashes a bit of a break. However, they've done a fantastic job so far killing off this penalty. We saw some really good clears there. That one was masterfully placed. Made the goaltender reach for it. Gave him a little bit of time to reset before the Bearcats got another rush up ice. We have 16 minutes and 18 seconds left in the second period. And we have 10 seconds left on this penalty kill.
One back by the Bearcats. A shot. Wide of the net there. Bearcats still threatening. Picked up by Kena Kanya. Down low. Skated out back. Another shot. Side shot there. Pad save away by Bartlett. And we got a tie up in the corner boards here. Flashes back to even strength, however. Cincinnati is still threatening. Top of point. And a beautiful glove save there by Bartlett again. And another physical play. Flashes taking exception again. There's another Bearcat player down. This game is chippy, folks.
This is definitely getting very, very chippy here. Again, it looks like the Bearcat player decided to go up and try to have some words with Bartlett. However, he wound up on the ice. I didn't appear to see him get pushed there. I'm not really quite sure what went on, but, you know, could be a little bit of theatrics that we're seeing here on the ice. You never know.
Face-off's going to take place to the left of Bartlett. Flashes looking to get out of their zone and into the Cincinnati offensive zone, looking to generate some chances, tie this one back up. Ref blows the whistle. Players are set, and the puck is down. Tied up for a brief second, but won by the Flashes, and they do clear the zone. This puck's going to trickle all the way to the Cincinnati zone. No icing, however. Played by number 10, Caden and Kanya for the Bearcats. He's just going to chuck it across the ice. Dumped in by the Flashes, but won back by Kanya again. He finds a teammate there, and the Bearcats looking to get out of their zone, but it bounces off a Bearcat skate, and the Flashes are setting up shop in the Bearcat zone. Nifty pass there. Up top to number 14, Barry. Deflection out front. Just off the pad of DJ Lyons. Took a weird deflection off a stick out in front. Put that puck right on net. Holmes with speed. Back to save this one. Bartlett going to just cover this one up, however.
And we have a whistle there initiated by Bartlett on the Flashes, getting the guys a bit of a much-needed break. Again, we've seen a lot of consistent, sustained pressure that has really been going back and forth both ways. And again, this game has been very chippy, very physical, very aggressive. There's been a lot of back and forth between these two teams.
Puck won back by the Bearcats. Deflected, good stick there by Nick Falkowski, and that puck's going to take a deflection out of play. We're going to get another stoppage and another face-off in the Flashes zone.
A lot of stoppages here back-to-back. We've had some pucks going out of play, a lot of coverage by the goalies. So, oh, and it looks like a Cincinnati player is going to take a tumble.
Both teams here. Little extracurriculars after the play. Puck off the post here from the Bearcats. Looks like a Bearcat player lost his stick. And this puck's going to get slowed down by Sanchez. They're going to look to get out of the zone. Another big hit along the boards. This is a physical one, folks. Good stick there, Kataya, to keep this one. He takes a tumble down. Flashes with possession behind Bearcat. Now out front to Kai Boss. A shot. Just wide. Another shot deflected by Lyons again. And another shot deflected by Lyons again. What a save by DJ Lyons. He loses his helmet, so we'll get a stoppage in play. Flashes with a wonderful opportunity there, but DJ Lyons shuts them down 3 times. Just an incredible save there by DJ Lyons. Have to give credit to him on that one. Unreal save.
He got his helmet knocked off in the process there. That was a crazy effort. I'm a bit uncertain how the Flashes didn't find the back of the net there. Just an insane, insane effort there by the Bearcats. We're going to see what happens here. Again, we're getting some time, some stoppage to give the goaltender a bit of time to get readjusted and reacclimated.
Best chance of the night there for the Flashes. Unfortunate they couldn't capitalize on that one. But they are in the offensive zone, and they are looking to strike here and pounce on the Bearcats and tie this one up. Face off to the right of Lyons. Puck one back by the Flashes. Trickles over to a Bearcat defender, however, and out of the zone. The Flashes are going to have to reset. Miller slows this one down for the Flashes. He's going to lead this team up the ice. Finds Jardine. Sticked away in the neutral zone. Miller is there to regroup. And McGuffin takes possession. He's going to dump this one in deep. Flashes bringing the pressure. That's Biancan. Puck loose down low behind Cincinnati net. The Bearcats look like they do win possession. And they do. Brayson Bennett for the Bearcats. He finds Matthew Bowman, makes a nifty move, sticked away by Miller behind Flashes net. And Jardine for the Flashes finds Biancan, and they march up the ice 3-on-2. Drops it back to Jardine. Cross ice, looking for Biancan, just can't find him. It looks like we're going to get the Bearcats moving the other way. Beautiful stick work there by Creighton to stop that chance to slow that one down. Trickles all the way out to Jardine. It's just sticked away again by a Cincinnati defender. Jacob Kempa wins this one in the neutral zone in a dive. Beautiful save there by Bartlett. Once again, flash in the glove there. We're going to get another stoppage in play.
Beautiful dive block there as well. Again, we're really seeing both teams be willing to throw the body and, you know, really use some defensive strategy to try and ensure that they remain in possession.
Puck is down. One back by the Flashes. Good job in there. Defensive zone to win that one. Chipped ahead to Norton, and Norton with speed, moving to the offensive zone. Had the puck trickled away. That puck's going to deflect out into the Flashes bench, and we are going to get another stoppage in play.
Tensions are really high right now. Again, we are seeing a lot of the physicality that we had early game come right back. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised they've been able to keep it even strength. I've seen a lot of major hits both ways.
Face-off appears to be to the left of Lions. Flashes in the offensive zone, looking to strike. One back by the Flashes. Kept in by Holmes. Good work to keep that one in. Puck trickles all the way around the net after a little deflection. Flashes keeping this one in, however. Good job by Toth to swing that one back around the Cincinnati net. But the Bearcats do pick this one up. However, it's going to trickle off. Oh, looks like we're going to get a stoppage. Looks like it was played with a high stick, I believe, out in the neutral zone. And yes, it was. So we are going to get another stoppage in play.
And we have 12 minutes and 46 seconds left in your second period. The Bearcats are up 1, Flashes 0. However, the Flashes have had a lot of really good offensive chances in the past couple minutes. So I am really hoping we're going to see an even tally here before the second period winds down.
Face off to the left of Barlett in the Flashes zone. One back by the Flashes. Beautiful job winning these face-off in their defensive zone by the Flashes. Store here takes a check into the boards. Puck skips away. And Kataya skating here. Looks like we're going to get a 2-on-2. And a shot. Another body save there by DJ Lyons. Kaibas had a good opportunity. Had a window. Took a shot. Lyons shuts him down with the body.
Can I just take a second to give a little bit of credit to both of these goaltenders? They have both been fantastic tonight at shutting down some crazy offensive pressure and some amazing chances. Again, really got to respect both goaltenders on both sides of the ice here. They have not had easy games. Again, if we had a shot tally, I bet it would be very high right now.
Puck spun all the way around behind the Bearcat net and out of the zone. Flash is going to have to regroup here. Battling for possession in the neutral zone, and they do pick this one. Falkowski looking up ice. He finds Kataya skating in with Sanchez. Sanchez tried to make a move, but good play by the Cincinnati defender as they look to come the other way. Jackson Cawthorn skates in. Good stick work there by Storty. Another good stick by Storty. Sanchez here chips this one up. This puck's going to slowly trickle down the ice. Not enough for icing, however. And the Flashes here picked up by Kataya, but just off his stick. And the Bearcats pick this one up again. Skated in here. Bearcats battling that puck. Takes a wicked deflection. Looks like that puck's going to go off the roof, and we are going to get another stoppage in play. Just took a crazy bounce off a stick out in front. That puck way up there.
Once again, we saw a great defensive effort by Kent State. We saw the Flashes have quite a bit of offensive zone time there as well. And, wow, these teams are really evenly matched here tonight. Again, we are kept it to a 1-0 game.
One back by the Flashes yet again. Odstorchel takes a fall, and that puck bounces out in front. Odstorchel back up, swings this one around the other way. Picked up by McGuffin and cleared out of the zone here. It looks like we're going to get another stoppage in play. And it looks like another penalty coming up here again. This game's had a lot of penalties so far. Let's see who we got this time. It looks like we're getting a Bearcat to the box, and the Flashes are going to go on the power play. Looks like number 22 for the Bearcats, Connor Wilkerson, is going to take a seat in the box for 2 minutes. And the Flashes get a much-needed power play, looking to tie this one up.
This is really a huge chance for the Flashes. They've had some great offensive pressure, some great shots, some great chances, and getting an extra man on the Bearcats right now is exactly what they need to open up some passing lanes, a little bit more room for them to try to get a shot in the back of the net.
One back by the Flashes quickly. Storty looking for an option at the top of the zone. Down low to Jardine. Back up top to Creighton. He's going to look. Dumps it down low again to Jardine. Out down low. Just off the blocker of Lions. Cincinnati looking to clear. Beautiful stick there to keep it in by Storty. Back up top to Jardine. Skates it in down low. Another slap shot. Another glove save by DJ Lyons again.
Wow.
Good offensive opportunity there by the Flashes. Good pass in there. Generating good chance for them. If they can keep that up, they're gonna find the back of the net here sooner or later.
DJ Lyons' glove tonight has been fantastic. He's done a great job at snagging some of those, pucks that might have a deflection that could lead to a high chance. His glove has just been fantastic tonight at shutting down those opportunities.
One back by the Flashes, but that puck just off the stick of Creighton. The Flashes are going to have to clear. Nifty move there by Creighton. Sends a Bearcat to the ice. The Flashes are back into the offensive zone. Played back to Storty. He looks down low in the circle. Back up top to Creighton. Tape to tape. Back to Storty. He's looking for an option. He finds Jardine with a shot. Takes a deflection out front. Puck is loose off the blocker of Lyons. Storty wins this one down low. Puck's cleared to the top of the zone here. Jardine another chance. Play down low again. Puck is loose down front. Another pad save there by Lyons. Storty behind the dots again. And the Bearcats do get this one all the way out of the zone. Flashes are going to have to regroup. Creighton skating hard to get this one back. Flashes look for a quick opportunity. That one just does not find a player, and it's going to go all the way to the other end for an icing. Good idea there by Creighton, but just could not find a man in the neutral zone.
This power play for the Flashes, again, haven't gotten as many great opportunities as they had hoped. However, they've really connected with some passing there, again, trying to get around the Bearcats' defense. However, the Bearcats have been fantastic tonight. Their defensive positioning has really been top tier. And once again, credit where credit is due. DJ Lyons' glove has really been shutting down a lot of those high-pressure chances.
One back by the Flashes nicely in the defensive zone. Slowed down by Storty. Over to Kaibas, back to Storty, and they're looking to march up the ice. Skated up by TJ Avellino with some speed. Up the right side of the boards. Cincinnati Bearcat player stick goes flying. Avellino down low off the post and cleared by the Bearcats once again. This puck's going to go all the way to the Flashes zone. Barlett out to play this one and slow it down for Falkowski. He surveys his options. Looks to march his team up the ice, and they do. Kaibas across the red line. Across the blue line into the offensive zone, but sticked away by a Bearcat defender again. Flashes regrouping once again. Sanchez with the puck in the neutral zone. Played back to Falkowski. Flashes looking to set something up here. Kaibas with this puck in the offensive zone for the Flashes. Sticked away again, and we are back to even strength here. Good stick there by Bearcat. Off the glove of Bartlett. Good save there. Good chance for the Bearcats. In the neutral zone, trickles out to Adrian Sanchez. Plays it over, finds a man down low. That's Kaibas along the boards, and he's going to trickle it down behind the Cincinnati net. But the Bearcats do come out with this one. They are marching into their offensive zone. Good stick by a Flash defender. Puck is loose out front, and the Bearcats score once again. Puck just deflected out wide, and it was loose, and the Bearcats player finds that one. And the Bearcats are going to go up 2-0 here.
That backhand spin move there off the rebound, it was fantastic. There's not much that Bartlett can do there either. Again, that is going to bring us to a tally of 2 Cincinnati, 2-0 for the Flashes, with 8 minutes and 53 seconds left in your second period.
Number 15 for the Bearcats put that one in the back of the net. Flashes looking to rebound, get one before the end of this second period, and they're going to win this face-off and dump it in to their offensive zone. Played around behind the net. Puck is loose down low. Good save by Lyons. Another block save. Puck is loose down low, and they score! There's one for your Golden Flashes. Beautiful shot down low. Puck was loose, took a deflection. And the Flashes are there to clean it up.
It appears they got one in off of a tap-in from a rebound. We see a little bit of confusion going on here from the goaltender for the Cincinnati team. However, regardless, that is going to be a tally on the board for your Flashes. With 8 minutes and 38 seconds left in the second period, they cut the deficit down to 1. So we have 2 for Cincinnati to 1 for the Golden Flashes.
Bearcats players pleading their case with the refs. Looks like they believe that puck did not cross the line, but the refs say otherwise.
Another thing you could potentially be looking for here is some goaltender interference. There were a lot of players down in that blue paint. So we're having a bit of a discussion here with the referees, seeing what they saw, trying to get a little bit of an explanation. We'll see what comes of this. However, so far it looks like that tally is going to stay on the board.
Refs now talking with the scorekeeper. And it looks like that one is going to stay on the board, folks. Great work. Team effort there by the Flashes to get one back on their board. They're going to look to get one more here and tie this one completely up before the second period is over. Face-off is one back by the Bearcats. Keegan Lozier with the puck. Good work in the neutral zone by Norton for the Flashes. He's going to chip this one in. Flashes looking to keep the energy up and keep the pressure on the Bearcats. Bearcats with possession, however. Keegan Lozier again. But he finds the stick of a Flashes player. It's Bryson Miller. But the Bearcats are in their offensive zone. Good work by Toth. Getting some help here from a teammate. Puck is loose in the corner boards. Puck is loose behind the net. Scooped up by the Flashes once again. Good job there. Chipped ahead to Bryson Miller. He's got Norton with him, but they cannot control this one. But Toth is there with the reinforcement. Norton skates this one in the offensive zone for the Flashes, but quickly chipped away by the Bearcats defender. Matthew Ballman looking to get that one in for the Bearcats. Just cannot get across that blue line. Cincinnati is still with possession, however, and they're just going to play it in deep. Bartlett out of his crease to play this one. All the way to McGuffin for the Flashes. And the Flashes clear the zone once again. Cincinnati having to do a full reset now. Chipped in by Aiden Bepko. Bartlett out behind his net once again. And he finds his man. That's Miller. Puck is loose down low in the dots. McGuffin with a good body check. Keep this one in the Flashes' possession. Puck is still loose, however. Bearcats keep this one in. Deflected out front. Never makes it to Bartlett. Flashes desperately trying to clear the zone. Miller here working on him against the board, and he gets some help from Norton. Good check there. McGuffin slowing this one down for the Flashes, and they are just trying to clear their zone. Good effort by Norton, but no dice. Brad Baxton at the top of the point for the Bearcats. Puck is loose down low out front. Again, Bearcats still with possession. Another blocker save there by Bartlett. Doing a great job keeping the Flashes in this one. Cincinnati still pressuring. McGuffin picks this one up. He's just going to slow this one down for the Flashes. Waiting for some reinforcements. Flashes desperately need a change here. Need to get some fresh legs on the ice. It's been a long shift for these guys on the ice. Puck tied up in the corner. And it looks like we might get another stoppage in play. One of the Flashes players fell to the ice. Not sure if that's a penalty or whatnot. It looks like it was not. However, the puck did get deflected out of play. It's a little extracurriculars after the play as these players make their way to the benches.
We have a bit of extracurricular activity between these two players. Clearly there was a bit of disagreement on that play. However, we have some new fresh legs out for both teams, getting a little bit of a reset. Despite Cincinnati having a lot of possession there, I did feel a momentum shift after that goal for the Flashes. He's felt a little bit of energy brought back to him.
Absolutely. Flash is doing a good job of getting those guys off the ice, getting some fresh legs. Both teams needed a switch there, and they desperately get the switch that they were looking for. Now with some fresh legs on the ice, let's see if the Flashes can get out of their defensive zone and get working the other way. One back by the Bearcats here. And a shot. Blockered away there by Bartlett. Kept in by the Bearcats, however. Creighton racing to this one for the Flashes. Plays it back to Holmes. But the Bearcats still threatening. And it looks like the Flashes might get this one out of the zone. Just at the top of the zone, it just squeaks out. And the Flashes here, 2-on-1. Kataya with a shot just wide. Goes just top right of the net there. Good opportunity there for the Flashes. Bearcats pick this one up. Connor Lemmerbrock skates in. 2-on-2 for the Flashes. Deflected out in front. Good defensive play there by Holmes to let that puck never see his goaltender. Kataya here loses the puck down low. And a chance for the Bearcats. And a good body save. Puck is loose still. And there's a pile in front of the net. Bartlett covers up. And we are getting physical, folks. A lot of pushing and shoving in front of the net. But Bartlett does cover this one up through all the chaos. What a chippy game we have so far, folks.
That was a bit of an odd turnover there right in front of the net. However, the Flashes are able to recover. Again, a little bit of extracurricular activity there after the play. Very, very chippy, very physical game we have here. You can just really tell the passion that these guys have for the game.
Could definitely tell the guys are happy to be on the ice. Face off to the right of Bartlett in the Flashes zone. One back cleanly by the Flashes. Storty's going to swing this one all the way around the boards. Kept in by the Bearcats. Chipped into the opposite corner. Jardine looking to get this one out. Puck is loose down low out front. And the Flashes do a good job clear, but they are going to clear it into the Cincinnati bench, and we're going to get another stoppage in play.
The Flashes here are just really looking to get it out of the zone. They're hoping to chip it up ice, get some offensive time because they've had quite a bit of sustained pressure in their zone. Again, we've seen some great defensive plays. They've kept it from hitting the back of the net. However, they're really looking to clear it this time and get some offensive pressure the other way as well.
Jardine for the Flashes looking to get this one out of his zone. Good job by the Bearcats to keep this one in. That puck trickles out to a Bearcat. That's Matthew Bauman. He's going to skate, find a man. Shot goes up top, just above the Flashes net there. Flashes looking to clear, and that puck does trickle out of the zone. Beautiful stick there by a Bearcat, though, however, to prevent the Flashes from going the other way. Swung all the way around the boards for the Flashes. Cole Bianchi's going to settle this one down, however. He's going to look for a man, and he does find his man. That's TJ Avellino skating up the wing here with this quick shot. Just goes wide right of the net. Kept in by Storty. He's going to play it down low behind the Bearcat net once again. Back up top to Storty. Another shot. And a body save there by Lions, and we are going to get another stoppage in play. Going to be a face-off in the Cincinnati zone. Good opportunity for the Flashes.
Once again, great opportunity. We had a very fast, high-power shot there. However, it does not make it into the net. So we remain at 2-1 with Cincinnati up with 4 minutes and 31 seconds left in your second period.
Puck is down, one back by the Flashes nicely. Good work to keep that puck in the zone. Played back to Odd Sturchill, but this puck just bounces off his stick and is going to clear the zone. Flashes going to have to reset. Puck battle here in the neutral zone. Won again by your Flashes. Played across to Odd Sturchill. Chipped up the boards to Luke Berry, who takes a tumble to the ice. Chipped in by Jackson Cawthorn. The Bartlett out of his net to slow this one down for Odd Sturchill. Nifty pass there. Across to Miller. The Flashes looking to get out of their zone. Another big hit in the open ice. Played to Odd Sturchill, and he's going to chip it up ahead. Looks like the Flashes, another big hit. This is a physical game, folks. But the Bearcats here with a chance and a quick shot. Beautiful save by Bartlett, getting out of his crease to make that one. And another save. Puck is still loose out in front. Bearcats looking for the net. And another cover-up by Bartlett. What a save by Bartlett there.
Wow.
Two dangerous chances for the Bearcats, and Bartlett shuts them both down.
That was a lot of back and forth there. We saw hit for hit for hit, back and forth, bodies flying all over the ice. Possession, it was going back and forth. That was a lot of very high energy, very physical hockey there, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of action left in this one, folks. That is for sure. Puck to the right, face-off rather, to the right of Bartlett. Tied up off the face-off. Puck is loose out in front. An opportunity for the Bearcats, and they find the back of the net again. Number 21, Connor Lemmerbrock, buries that one for the Bearcats. They're going to go up 3-1 here on your Flashes.
And that is going to be a difficult one for Kent State to take. There was a lot of sustained zone time for the Bearcats. The Flashes are now down 2 with 3 minutes and 32 seconds left in your second period, and they're really hoping to at least get one more on the board there before the end of the second period.
Players back to center ice. Puck is down, one back by the Flashes. Puck's going to go deep into the Flashes zone. Creighton skates back, plays it over to Kyle Holmes, and Holmes is marching up the ice. Chips it up ahead at a big hit along the boards here. And it looks like we are going to get a penalty. And it looks like it is going to be against the Bearcats. Let's see. Ref discussing with the scorekeeper. Looks like number 16, Jordan Winrod for the Bearcats. Going to go sit in the box for 2 minutes, giving your Flashes a much-needed power play. With 3:20 left here in the second period, this power play is crucial for the Flashes.
This could really be a game changer. If they are able to score here and get the momentum back, who knows what could happen in the third.
One back by the Flashes. Puck loose and battling. Flash player takes a tumble, kept in by Creighton, giving up the body, keep that one in. Bearcats defender working hard, and they clear the zone. Storty here, back skating, finds Creighton in the neutral zone. He's going to play this one up to TJ Avellino, who skates in looking for a man. And he does, behind the net. Up top to Storty with the shot, just fans off of his stick. Flash is doing a good job keeping the effort up. Cole Biancan keeping this puck in. Across the top of the point to Creighton, looking to keep this one in. They cannot, and the puck is going to clear the zone. Flash is looking to regroup once again. Played all the way across the ice, and the puck ends up on the stick of J.J. Creighton for your Flashes. Chipped ahead to Storty, but that puck does not get into the zone. Off a Cincinnati skate. Cole Biancan looks to move this one into the offensive zone for the Flashes. And the Bearcats clear that one once again. Flash is doing a good job, but Cincinnati defense staying stout. They're just going to dump it in deep. Pressure here from the Bearcats. However, Storty's going to be here to clean this one up. And he is going to find Nick Kataya, who plays it back to J.J. Creighton. Tape to tape, back to Kataya. He's going to skate in with some speed. Nick Kataya, dangerous shot, skates in. Good move to get down low. Just off the blocker of Lions. Sanchez here wins this puck. Back up top to Falkowski. Over to Kaibas with a shot. Just wide of the net. This puck's going to go all the way around the boards and clear the zone. New line on the ice here for the Flashes. Looking to generate an opportunity here. Kaibas picking apart this defense. And he's in the offensive zone. Kaibas with speed. Behind the dots here, behind the net. All the way around the boards. Kaibas still with the puck. Finds a man across ice with a shot. Takes a deflection out front. Sanchez here behind the net working hard. The Bearcats are back to even strength with their player out of the ice. Miller going to have to work hard here to get back for this icing, and he does.
Unfortunately, we are back to even strength. The Flashes were not able to get one there on that power play. However, they did have a lot of good sustained pressure. There was a good passing effort there trying to find a lane. However, the Bearcats' defense has really been dominant this game. They have been making themselves very clear, very evident, and have had a huge impact this game. And so your Flashes are still down 1-3 with 1 minute and 14 seconds left in your second period.
Face off one back by the Flashes. Played back to Osturchel. Chips it in down low. Norton with the pressure here for the Flashes. Looking to win this puck back for his team while they have it in the offensive zone. Tied up along the boards as the puck. Kept in by the Flashes. Good job by Norton to win that one. But it is scooped up by Jeremiah Hosak for the Bearcats. He's going to find a man. Look to get out of his zone. Big here along the boards. Flashes trying to keep this one in. Bearcats do clear. Quickly into this offensive zone here are the Flashes. Just going to play this one in deep. That is Norton, who takes a hit. Puck still in the Bearcat zone, however. It does clear. Slowed down by Lemmerbrock. Good stick by Jardine along the zone, and he takes a tumble along the ice. And we are going to get another penalty here. Your Flashes are going back on the power play, ladies and gentlemen. And a big scrum behind the Cincinnati net. Players getting into it, pushing and shoving. Ring the bell, folks. Here they go.
It looks like the referees are taking their time trying to break this up. Clearly something happened there that got everybody real fired up, and the referees managed to break up the scrum, and both teams kind of head off on their own there, and we will see what happens here when it comes to penalties.
Players still talking as they make their way back to the benches. And it looks like we're going to get 2 Bearcats in the box and 1 Flash in the box here. So I believe we're going to get another Kent State power play.
We might have some 4-on-3 action here for a second. It depends on what they do here with the penalties for the
refs sorting out the penalties here with our scorekeeper. If we can get a 4-on-3 for the Flashes, will be a huge opportunity to close out this period and take into the start of the third. Flashes desperately looking to try to get another one on the board, claw their way back into this one. it looks like it is going to be a power play for your Flashes. It's going to be some 5-on-4 action. Flashes get a face off here late in the second period. Tied up off the face-off, one back by the Bearcats, swinging all the way around the boards. Flashes looking to pounce with these last few seconds, but that puck does clear the zone, and they're going to have to work quickly to get back into their offensive zone. Chipped ahead to Kaibas. Kaibas slows this one down, looking for an option quickly. Played back to Kaibas here. Shot, oh, just poked away in center ice there. The Bearcats going to win this one through the neutral zone and skate this one to the end of the second period with your score. Kent State Golden Flashes 1 and the Cincinnati Bearcats 3. After a brief intermission, we'll be back for the third period. And folks, I think we got plenty of action left in this one.
I agree there. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just getting ready to start the third period here. And folks, we got a lot of action left in this one. Two high-intensity teams playing here tonight with the score 3-1 in favor of the Cincinnati Bearcats. But folks, I don't think the Flashes are done just quite yet.
Also, remember that I believe the Flashes are going to be starting on the power play this period. Again, we'll double check here in just a moment, but I'm fairly certain they have about a minute and a half left on the power play. And this is going to be a huge chance for the Flashes. Again, if they are able to get that and get a little bit of a momentum shift, you never know what could happen. And yes, we do see it up on the board. The Flashes will be starting with 1 minute and 36 seconds on the power play.
Players making their way to center ice here as we look to get this third period underway.
It would be really awesome to see a comeback for the first game of the season. And like Alex said, I don't think the Flashes are done yet either. Again, especially with this power play chance they have right now, they could change it around right here, everybody.
Bearcats to my left, Flashes to my right. Puck is down, one back by the Flashes, and here we go. Played by Kai Boss in his own zone. Chipped up ahead to Norton. Back to Biankin here. Beautiful move to get around the defender. Out in front, loose, off the blocker of Lions, and the Bearcats do clear. Good opportunity there for the Flashes early into this third period. Storty here, back behind his own net to clean this one up for his own team. Big hit in the Flashes zone there. Storty laying them down. But the Bearcats do clear. The Flashes cannot maintain possession of this puck in their offensive zone. Storty once again behind his own net. Surveying here. And up the ice they come. Kai Boss chips it ahead. Takes a deflection in the neutral zone. Picked up by the Bearcats. But the Flashes are still here. Dumped in by Bianchi. Played all the way in. TJ Avellino battling for this puck. The Bearcats clear once again. Cleared by Jordan Winrod there for the Bearcats. 27 seconds left on this power play for the Flashes. Looks like they got one more chance to get an offensive opportunity before this power play expires. Up to Creighton. Creighton lasers one into the offensive zone to Kataya. Back to Creighton. Played up top to Sanchez. Bearcats player looking to exit the box. Creighton here with a shot and a whistle, it looks like, in the middle of play.
I believe that was offsides. I believe the player at the back of the zone did take that just over the blue line. That's going to be a rough play there, a rough turn of events for the Flashes, who now have 7 seconds left on the power play. Again, they're really hoping to get one here, so let's see what happens.
Face-off just outside the Cincinnati zone here. Puck is down, one back by Kataya for the Flashes. But picked up by the Bearcats in the neutral zone. Good stick there by Kataya to win this puck back. Sanchez with possession, skating into the offensive zone for the Flashes. He's going to send it all the way around the boards over to Kataya, just off the stick of Kataya. Puck takes a deflection into the possession of the Bearcats. As Matthew Ballman for the Bearcats looks to work into his offensive zone, and they does. Shot there. Good blocker save by Bartlett, and he's going to cover this one up, and we are going to get a stoppage in play. All the players that were in the box finally coming out here. Both teams back to even strength.
I feel like that throughout this game, we've had more time on the power play and the penalty kill than we've had even strength. What do you think?
I would have to agree with that one. A lot of physicality, a lot of penalties in this one. Face off, one back by the Flashes in their defensive zone. Possession won by the Flashes. They're good defensive play by the Flashes. Chipped ahead here to Chasten Sealing. Physical play. Luke Berry following him. Back to Sealing. With possession, chips it in just in front of the Cincinnati net. Sealing trying to keep this one in. But that puck does clear the zone. And the Bearcats are moving quickly the other way. Connor Lemonbrock here. Bounces off a hit. Flashes on the ground. Puck is loose out in front, and they Bearcats score. Jacob Kempa. That puck trickled out in front of the Golden Flashes zone. And Kempa's there to clean it up, making the score 4-1 for the Bearcats. And
the Bearcats now lead by 3. This is getting to be a deficit that may be hard for the Flashes to return from. However, we are hoping to see at least a little bit more excitement happening here on both fronts. However, just a great goal, great skill displayed there by the Bearcats.
Still got 17:30 left to play in this one. A lot of time left. Flashes got to get them one by one here. Every opportunity they got to capitalize. Puck dumped into the Bearcat zone by the Flashes. Cole Bianchi in here. Wins possession along the boards. Plays it up top to Falkowski. Slowed this one down. Back to Bianchi, just off his stick. Over to Jardine. Down low behind the Bearcats net. Jardine racing with this puck. Bearcat defender swiftly on him. Good move there by Bianchi to turn away from his defender. He's got spins into two Bearcat defenders. And the Bearcats do win possession of this one, and they're out of their zone. We got a ref on the ice. Oh, and he takes a tumble. Flashes player takes a tumble over the ref. Ref took a tumble there. Looks like we might have an injured Golden Flash. Oh, my goodness. The ref took a tumble, and he might have just took out one of your Golden Flash players. They're going to go check on him and make sure he's all right. Looks like he is up, skating off the ice under his own power. Definitely a good sign there. Hope everything's all right with him.
That was definitely an interesting play we just saw there. It appears that, the ref felt a little like he was missing out on some of the physicality of the game and had to get involved. All jokes here, all jokes aside, the refs have been having an amazing game so far. And, we have to respect the officials where that is. That was kind of crazy, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Flashes get possession of this puck after the faceoff. Creighton with possession, using the space he's got. And he's going to find Kataya, who skates and darts into the offensive zone. Plays it in down low. Shots a chip in the front of the Bearcats net. Kataya still battling. Bearcat player loses. Finds Creighton up top. And a shot just wide of the net. Another shot off the post for Kataya. And the net is off the post once again, and we will get another stoppage in play. Two amazing opportunities there for the Flashes. Just hit the post on that second shot.
It appears that whistle is due to the net becoming dislodged. However, we had some great shots with some power, some speed from the Flashes. Let's keep that sustained and keep it going.
Flashes face off to the left of Lions. And the puck is won back by the Flashes. Creighton chips that one in. Flashes working behind the net. Bearcats chip this one up. Kept into the zone by Creighton. Sanchez with the reinforcements. 4-yard Flashes. Kataya wins this one. And he's going to swipe it along the backside of the Cincinnati net. Back to Kataya out in front. Quick shot by Sanchez. Deflected out in front by Cincinnati defender. But Kataya is keeping the pressure. Kent State is threatening here. But the Bearcats just get that puck out of the zone. And the Flashes are going to have to regroup. Kyle Holmes back to win this one. He finds a man in the neutral zone, takes a deflection. The Flashes still maintain possession. We got Kai Boss skating into the offensive zone. Big hit in open ice. And it looks like we are going to get another penalty, and it looks like another Bearcat player is going to the box, giving your Golden Flashes another power play. And man, oh man, do they need this more than ever.
Let's hope they can capitalize on this one. Again, we've had some great momentum going back and forth. So we're really hoping to see them capitalize, get another tally on the board. Again, some of these early season games, that's what we really want to see is no quit. We want them to fight back, and we will see what happens here, folks. This is a great opportunity here.
Looks like number 26, Camden Ignatovich for the Bearcats. Going to spend 2 minutes in the box here. Flashes win this faceoff early in their offensive zone. Played back to Falkowski, and he finds Creighton. Creighton skates in, down low to Kataya, and they score! Nick Kataya buries that one in the back of the net, and your Flashes are back on the board, making the score 4-2. Flashes needed that one, and they get it just at the right time. Excellent job there by the Flashes to capitalize on that power play.
In a fantastic, weird shift of momentum there. Again, we really saw them come back here, get another point here on the board, and now they're only down 2. What can happen from here? Who knows, folks? We will see. Your Flashes are not done yet.
Still got 15:34 left to play in this one, and I agree with you, Max. I think the Flashes are far from done in this one.
I'm really
Nick Kataya was our player we highlighted before the game, and there he is putting one on the board for your Flashes.
fantastic offensive effort there.
Players back at center ice. Looks like we are ready to get this action back underway. Puck is down, one back nicely by your Flashes. Chipped ahead. Battle along the boards here, won by Norton. He's going to try to find a man, but scooped up by the Bearcats in the offensive zone. Kyle Holmes there to clean this one up. He's going to look to move out of the Kent zone. Just off the outstretched stick of Creighton there. The Bearcats are threatening. Down low. Oh, and that looks like, oh, there's the penalty. Bearcat player took a tumble. And it looks like Kent State is going to the box on a tripping call here. Truly, truly bad timing there for the Flashes.
A bit of an undisciplined stick we saw there. Again, that really got under the feet there of the Bear Claw player. This is, again, a really tough one for the Flashes to take after finally coming back, get another point on the board. They are going right back to the penalty kill. And once again, we are seeing yet another penalty kill.
Looks like number 17, it's going to be Kyle Holmes for the Flashes. Going to serve his 2 minutes in the box. Flashes desperately need to kill this off quickly. Oh, and a good stick here. Oh, and there's another penalty. Good job by J.J. Creighton. Good effort play. And when the Bearcats touch this one, they are going to the box, and we are back to even strength. So, excuse me, that was number 21 for your Flashes, T.J. Avellino, putting the pressure on short-handed for the Flashes, and the Bearcats take him down, and now they go to the box. And just like that, we are back to even strength. Just what the Flashes need at this time.
Crazy turn of events there, and a bit surprising to me that Cincinnati wouldn't intend to stay a little bit extra disciplined there to make sure they can capitalize on that. However, we're back to some 4-on-4 hockey here. Let's see. We were hoping for some crazy back-and-forth momentum, and the Flashes, we want them to get another on the board here.
Tie up off the face-off. Puck still loose. Play back to Lyons, and he's just going to cover this one up. We're going to get another stoppage and another face-off here in the Bearcat zone. Kent State looking to keep this offensive momentum as they're in the offensive zone. Put another one on the board. Puck is down, tied up once again. Swiftly won there by T.J. Avellino off the face-off. Good work there. And he takes a tumble in the corner boards. Puck is loose, battling. Avellino comes out with this one. Excellent effort here by Avellino. Jardine there to give him some reinforcement. Swings it all the way around up top to Odd Sturchill. And the puck is down low, takes a deflection off the stick of Lyons. Jardine Bannon will keep this one in. Avellino there to help him. Those two working hard with the puck. Bearcats are going to take possession. Sawyer Zielinski slowing this one down, surveying the options for the Bearcats. And they are out of their zone. He's going to play it deep up ahead. And the Flashes are there to clean that one up before there's ever a real threat. And they got a chance. Fresh legs off the bench. Sanchez here. Skates in down low, just off his stick, but he stays with this puck. He's going to look to slow this down and set up shop for the Flashes in the Bearcat zone. Shot takes a deflection off a stick. And we're going to get another stoppage in play as that puck goes out of play.
Great effort by Sanchez there to stay in possession of the puck behind the net. Again, he almost lost it there. Great effort by him, though, to keep it. And he got another great opportunity. However, the puck was deflected high.
Flashes with another face-off in their offensive zone. One back nicely again by the Flashes. Storty plays that over to Creighton with a quick shot, takes a deflection before it ever sees the net of Cincinnati, and they are moving the other way quickly. And there's an offsides there, slowing that chance down. Good break there for the Flashes, and we're going to get a face-off just outside the Golden Flash zone. Face-off one and shipped ahead by the Flashes, and they are in the offensive zone quickly. Stick goes flying off a Bearcat player. Bianchi wins this puck, and he's got Sanchez there with him. Tied up along the boards. Sanchez battling. He's got Bianchi with reinforcements. Got Jacob Kempa for Cincinnati battling with them. He ultimately squeaks this puck out. Lemmerbrock plays it back to Kempa, and the Bearcats are in the offensive zone. But a nice backhand move by Bianchi to clear the zone. Sanchez had a chance there, but takes a tumble. And thus the Bearcats regain possession. Lemmerbrock in the neutral zone working. Good stick there by Kataya. Kataya here, chipped ahead. He's skating to the puck, and he's going to win that battle just off the skate of a Bearcat defender. He's going to play it around the boards, looking for some help, and he does. He's got Kaibas with him. Kaibas looking for a chance here. Kaibas with the puck, skates in below the dot. Fresh legs on the ice for the Flashes. Kaibas still in possession of the puck, looking for a man. Back to even strength are the Bearcats. Kaibas takes a shot that takes a deflection off a Bearcat defender and out of play once again. Both teams back to even strength.
Unfortunately, the Flashes unable to capitalize on that 4-on-4 time there. However, we still did see some great chances there. Some of the speed and the skating skills of the Kent State players really shining there at the end.
One back by the Flashes. Played down low to Norton. Norton takes a hit on the corner boards. Still battling for this puck, however. He's got Kataya to his aid. Chipped ahead. Still along the boards. Puck is still loose. Good battle here along the boards. Ultimately won by the Bearcats, and they do clear their zone. With speed, Jackson Cawthorn. And a big miss on a hit there by a Flash player. Looked to send him into the bench, and he just misses him. Chipped out of their zone, however, by Kataya. And he finds Norton with a good chance here. With help coming back to McGuffin. McGuffin, nifty move, but tied up by a Cincinnati player. McGuffin battling for this puck along the boards here. Looking for some help. Shot goes wide. Rolls all the way over to Kataya. Kataya takes a shot, and that's going to go off of the ceiling of the arena, and we are going to get another stoppage in play in the Cincinnati zone.
That was a fantastic pass we saw there up the ice to bring it into the zone. And, again, we're really hoping to see some more chances. Again, it looks like this faceoff is going to stay in the offensive zone for the Flashes. This is a huge faceoff. If they win this and they can get a shot pretty quick, then, I mean, we could really see some game-changing plays here. There's still 12 minutes and 9 seconds left in your third period. The Flashes are down 4-2.
Face-off tied up with speed. Come the Bearcats out of their zone. 2-on-2 chance here for the Bearcats, and a quick shot gloved up by Kyle Barlett. Flash in the leather there. Great save by Barlett. Flash is doing a good job, I think, in this third period of generating some more offensive zone time. I feel like they spend a lot of time in the Cincinnati zone, and that's just what they need if they want to come back in this one. Puck one out. Finds the stick of your Golden Flashes. Chipped in by Luke Berry. Quickly possession. Puck still trickling in here, but just out of the Bearcat zone. Matthew Ballman for the Bearcats wins this one. Looking to find a man to move the other way. Flash is quickly shutting that chance down, and here they come with speed. 2-on-2 chance. Falkowski on the wing. Down low to Miller. Just deflected out wide. Very threatening here for the Flashes. But the Bearcats are going to slow this one down. Nathan Sunderhaus is going to find a man, and he's going to lead this operation up the ice for the Bearcats. Aiden Bepko with the puck for the Flashes. For the Bearcats, excuse me. He's going to find Batson up top of the key, and that puck is going to deflect wide. Flashes do clear the zone, and it's going to go all the way to the other end for an icing.
Unfortunate icing there, however, very evident that both teams needed a little bit of a break there. Again, Flash is looking for the clear, however, find an icing instead. And we saw some great defensive effort down there by the net as well. We saw some great dive blocks. Again, some textbook great defensive effort there by Kent State.
Face off here to the left of Barlett. Puck is down, tied up off the draw. Flashes with possession for a split second, but quickly won back by the Bearcats. Battle up the boards, and the Flashes are out of their zone. With the speed, there's Barry with the shot, deflected off of the blocker of Lions, and the Flashes are threatening. Barry with a chance out in front, just off of the stick of Miller, just fans off his stick. Bearcats moving the other way. Connor Lemonbrock dumps this one all the way around the Flashes boards. The shot goes wide. Good defensive play there by the Flashes. They're going to move quickly out of their zone. Chipped ahead. Looking for TJ Avellino, but that puck takes a deflection just off of his stick. Back into the Cincinnati zone. Barlett, nice job there to play that one behind his own crease. Flashes chipped that one up ahead. Once again into the neutral zone. The Bearcats are going to look to slow this one down. Puck takes a nice long drive all the way down into the Flashes zone. Once again, Bartlett doing a great job playing that puck behind the net tonight. He finds a man, and they are coming. The Flashes are coming into their zone. Deflection out front. Avellino is there threatening. Jardine to help. Cole Bianchi with him as well. Looking to put the pressure on the Bearcats here. Bianchi wins this puck down low, just out in front, just to a Bearcat defender. Takes a bounce off of Miller, and this puck is going to go out of the zone. 2-on-2 opportunity here for the Bearcats. Good stick work, and it looks like we got a Flash going down. Takes a tumble to the ice, and it looks like he appears to be hurt. Chipped all the way ahead to Jardine. Avellino with him as well. These two are a wrecking crew tonight on the same line. It looks like we're going to get a good stoppage in play here. Refs blow the whistle. Let's see what we got here, folks.
It appears a Bearcat player is going to the box. It looks like it's going to be Keegan Lozier again. I believe he had one earlier in this game as well. However, that might just be every player on the ice at this point. Again, we have seen penalties on penalties on penalties tonight. Very physical game. However, once again, a much-needed power play for the Flashes. Will they capitalize on this one? That is the question. With 9 minutes and 14 seconds left in your third period, they are down 2, looking to cut that deficit right here, right now.
Huge power play chance for the Flashes here. Need to convert on this one. Face off to the right of Lions. Puck is down, tied up off the draw. Cincinnati looking to clear. Kept in by Creighton. Good work to keep that one in. He finds Sanchez below the dots. Sanchez looking for an option. Plays it to the top of the point. Back to Creighton. Creighton over to Falkowski. He slides it over to Bryson Miller. He finds Sanchez down low. Flash is putting together some passes here. Sanchez looking for an option. He finds Creighton just off his stick. The Cincinnati clears the zone, and the Flashes will reset. Quickly back into the zone. Off the stick of Kataya, however, and Falkowski is going to chase this one back into his own zone and regroup for the Flashes. Pressure here by the Bearcats. Falkowski having trouble getting out of his zone. However, he does slow this one down with some reinforcements. And now your Flashes march up the ice. Good pass there to Kataya all the way up the ice. Kataya skating in with some speed. Kataya's taken down. Backhanded puck is loose out in front. And Lyons is going to cover this one up. Good idea there for the Flashes.
Kataya getting hauled down there on a great chance. Really was looking to find the back of the net there. However, he finds himself on the ice instead, unfortunately.
8:21 left to play here in this third period, folks. Face off to the right of Lions. Flashes looking to threaten. Good win there by Avellino. Cole Bianchi there to help him as well. Puck takes a deflection. Avellino with it out in front. Deflected off his stick once again and slowed down by Caden Akanya for the Bearcats. And he is going to clear his zone. Kaibas with this one in the neutral zone. He's going to float this one back to Storty, who finds Kaibas right back. He's going to play it all the way up the ice. Good dive there by Kataya. Bianchi out front, down low, and they score! Cole Bianchi! What a chip into the net! There it is, folks. Your Flashes within striking distance now, making the score 4-3 Bearcats, but your Flashes are knocking on the door.
Fantastic play there. The Flashes finally find what they are looking for, that being the back of the net. Fantastic all-in effort there by your Flashes. And we are back to even strength, folks, with 7 minutes and 52 seconds left in the third period. And hey, anything can happen. That's a lot of time.
Absolutely. We said it at the start of this period. This game was far from over. We're just watching the action unfold, folks. Bianchi with his second of the night on a beautiful find there in front of the net. And here we go, folks. 7:52 left to play in this one. And stay with us because it's just getting started. Puck dumped in by the Flashes early here. Kaibas with the early shot off the pad of Lions. Bearcats here looking to slow this one down. Finds Brayson Barnett, who's going to clear this zone. Kyle Holmes back in his own zone, slow this one down. And he finds his man Kataya in the neutral zone. And Kaibas, nifty move, chip down front. Looking for Creighton here. Good defensive play by the Bearcats. Puck is battling behind the net. Sanchez comes out with this puck, and he finds Kataya at the top of the point. Back down low to Sanchez, who looks for an opportunity just past the stick of Creighton, and the Flashes will clear the zone here. Bartlett out to slow this one down, and Holmes there to pick it up from him. And Holmes going to lead this army of the Flashes up the ice, looking for the outlet pass there. It's sticked away by a Bearcat defender, and into the zone. Sawyer Zielinski here, cross ice. Good defensive play by the Flashes. And Kataya picks this one up. Bryson Miller with him. Nobody there for Miller. Looking to move it across the ice. Picked up by number 15 for the Bearcats. Good defensive play by Kaibas to slow that one down in the neutral zone. He's going to regain possession for the Flashes. And there it is. And he finds Norton. And they call an offsides there. What a good look there for the Flashes. Just offsides is Norton. And we will get a stoppage in play. Good look there from the Flashes.
That looked like it was going to be a fantastic chance. Got to admit, I'm a little disappointed to see that offsides call there. However, keep the game fair. Again, officials have done a very good job tonight. Got to give credit where credit is due. This has been a very active game for them.
Tie up off the draw. Chipped into the offensive zone by the Flashes. Colpine here skating hard for the Flashes. McGuffin looking for that one, and it's going to trickle all the way down. Odd Sturchill looking for the icing. No call there. Big tie-up behind the back of the net. Two players hit the ice. The Flashes looking to clear the zone, and they do. This puck moving down in the Cincinnati zone. Not enough for icing, however. Scooped up by Robert Pokopek, and he's going to look to get the Bearcats out of their zone. Through the neutral zone they move, and the Bearcats are in their offensive zone. Connor Lemmerbrock here battling for this puck with the Flashes. Back on his stick again. And a quick shot, down low deflected, just wide of the net there. Good defensive play by your Flashes. And the Flashes pick this one up. 3-on-2 chance for your Flashes here. Colpine, over to Norton, over to Miller, just off his stick, out in front. And looks like the net moves once again. We're going to get another stoppage in play. Good look there for the Flashes. Just going to connect on that one.
It appears the net has become dislodged again. This has become a bit of a regular occurrence this game. This net has become dislodged. This is going on the fourth time here. Hoping to see some sustained effort from the Flashes with 5 minutes and 31 seconds left in your third period. They are down 1. Score is currently 3-4.
Flashes get an offensive zone opportunity here with the face-off to the left of Lions. One back by the Bearcats, however. This puck's going to trickle all the way to Connor Lemmerbrock, and he clears it for the Bearcats. Bearcats slowing this one down. Looking to move through the neutral zone, but the Flashes are hanging tough in that neutral zone. Just off the back skate there of a Bearcats player, and the Flashes are moving the other way. Chipped ahead by Avellino, and he's looking for Jardine down low. Jardine racing for this one, Biancan. Miller here battling. Big collision there along the benches. And the Bearcats have a 2-on-1 chance. Chipped ahead. Beautiful save by Bartlett, but the Bearcats pick up the rebound and they score once again. Beautiful first effort there by Bartlett. But that puck just took an awkward bounce, and it trickles right into the lap of the Bearcats, making the score 5-3 Bearcats.
That is a tough one. Again, down 1, now down 2. However, they are still in it. They are not done. It's hard to say what they could have done there. Number 21 on the Flashes got hauled down there, again, leaving the zone. So there was a lot of open space there for the Bearcats to work with.
Still plenty of time, folks. 4:50 left in this one. Still plenty of time, but if the Flashes want to get back in this one, they're going to have to work quickly. Now down 2 goals. Face off at center ice, one back by the Bearcats. Played back to Kempa, who's going to chip it ahead and into the offensive zone. They're going to play it deep into the Flashes zone. It's going to trickle all the way to Bartlett. He's just going to cover this one up and get a quick stoppage here. Face off to the left of Bartlett in the Flashes zone. Bearcats still threatening. Good tie up off the draw here. Puck still loose, and the Flashes clear this one deep into the Bearcats zone. Bearcats with possession here in the neutral zone. They're going to chip it into the Flash's zone. Out of his crease to play that puck is Bartlett. Finds his man. Chipped ahead. And here come the Flashes. Dump to Kaibas with a shot. And he covered up by Lyons. His helmet comes off. And we will get another stoppage in play. Good chance there by Kaibas, trying to get some pressure on Lyons. Lyons doing a good job of just keeping that one at rest.
Somehow it appears the goalie's helmet has popped off. Again, been very active game in the crease. The Golden Flashes are going to get a little bit of a line change in here, get some fresh legs on the ice as they hope to cut the deficit with 4 minutes and 9 seconds left in your third period, with the Flashes down 2, current score of 3-5.
Face off to the left of Lyons here. Puck is down and quickly cleared by the Cincinnati. Puck's going to make its way all the way down the ice, however, for an icing. And right back to the Cincinnati zone we come.
One thing you have to give our Golden Flashes tonight is they have had no quit. They have been trying every second they've been on the ice, putting forth their absolute best effort. And again, I'm really hoping it pays off for them this game, but regardless, fantastic job by the Flashes here tonight.
Puck is down. Quickly out in front of the net. The Bearcats pick this one up. Matthew Bauman for the Bearcats. Chips it ahead to Brayson Barnett. And they are in the offensive zone. Once again, beautiful save by Bartlett there, using the blocker. Bearcats still threatening. Chip just wide of the net. Flashes need a desperate clear here. Bearcats are threatening. Knocking at the door of the Bearcats. Shot down low just goes wide. Flashes looking to clear here and get some fresh legs on the ice. Bianca with the puck, and he is going to clear this one. However, it is going to travel the length of the ice. No icing. Puck takes a bounce off the boards and saves the Flashes there from a nice icing call. Good stick in the neutral zone, but would have been offside, so the Flashes cannot touch that one. Skating in with speed is Robert Pokepuck here. Good defensive play there by Creighton to knock him off the puck. And Creighton finds his man up the ice, and here come the Flashes. Dump down low. Out in front. Looking for Creighton again. Just good stick there by the Bearcats once again. And it looks like the Flashes have pulled their goalie for the extra attacker. Bearcats here, however, looking to keep this one out of the net. And the Bearcats still threatening. Flashes have to gather in front of the net. Do not let this one go in. Flashes still battling. Doing a good job to regain possession there, do the Flashes. Great team effort there to keep that one from out of the empty net. And the Flashes look to move the other way, and they're going to set up shop in the Bearcat zone. With the extra attacker on the ice, they're looking to capitalize on this great opportunity. Looks like a Flash player takes a tumble. Norton with pressure. Puck goes the length of the ice, just wide right of the net. That's going to go the length of the ice for an icing. And the Flash is quickly back into the Cincinnati zone.
One of the good things you do see about emptying the net and pulling the goalie there is if they miss the net and fail to get it in the goal, that's an icing, which means it comes back into Kent State's offensive zone, which is exactly what we need right now. So with that extra attacker, really hoping to generate some energy, and it appears we have a timeout.
Both teams looking to talk over some strategy here on how they want to play this last 2 minutes of this thrilling game.
Very smart choice here to take a timeout and discuss some strategy, especially for the Flashes. This game is within reach. This is possible. So taking some time, really drawing up some plays, figuring out what they can do with the guys they have, exactly what you're looking for right now.
Biggest thing for the Flashes is to keep possession of the puck in their offensive zone. Do not let it trickle out of the zone. Once it gets in the neutral zone, that's where the water gets tricky. Flash is going to try to put together some passes and try and get another one on the board. Looks like this timeout is over. Ref's blowing the whistle, calling for the players back to the ice. And here we go. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left. Let's see what the rest of this game has in store for us, folks. Off the dot here, one back by the Bearcats, and they're just looking to clear. Kept in by the Flashes. Kai Bass with the slap shot. Takes a deflection off the stick of Lions, and that puck's going to get deflected out of play, and we'll get a quick stoppage here. Flash is still in their offensive zone.
These are crucial face-offs for our Flashes. Again, if they win these, they can keep it in their offensive zone, generate some chances, get in some shots. However, if they lose it, that could see it going all the way back into their zone and into the net. So,
one by the Bearcats here, and they are racing up the ice, 2-on-1, and they find the back of that empty net. I believe that's Matthew Ballman for the Bearcats, winning that puck in the neutral zone and finding the back of the empty net, making your score 6-3 Bearcats with 2:08 left to play in this third period.
Unfortunately, I jinxed it there, I guess. It did exactly that. Went straight to the back of the net for the Bearcats, excuse me. And we'll see what can happen in these last 2 minutes. The game isn't over. However, Flash is feeling a little defeated after that finds the empty net.
Face-off, one back by the Bearcats. Dumped in deep behind the net is Bartlett. Miller looking to chip this one up the boards, and he does, but the Bearcats do keep possession. Working hard is McGuffin to get this one out of the Flash's zone. Battle along the boards, right in front of the benches. Still in the Flash's zone. Flash is looking to clear and get moving the other way quickly here if they want a chance on tying this one up. Miller with possession of the puck behind his net, and they still cannot clear. Cincinnati with possession. Gloved away, but deflected off his glove. Good stop there by Bartlett. And the Flashes do clear, but right into the possession of Cincinnati. Slowed down there by Kay Nakanya. It looks like we are going to get another whistle in the neutral zone.
A Cincinnati player there appears to be injured, and that was a bit of a crazy fall he took. Head over heels, a bit of a flip there. Hoping he's okay. Good thing he's up and walking to the bench. And your Flashes are down 3-6 in your third period with 1 minute and 24 seconds left. Let's see what they can generate here.
Face off just outside the Cincinnati zone here. Puck is down, tied up. The Flashes are in the offensive zone. Colpine here with the pressure. The Bearcats quickly recover. Trickles out of the zone. Barry's going to dump it in deep, but it just finds Keegan Lozier for the Bearcats. Good work here by Chasten Sealing, however, to keep this puck in. The Bearcats promptly on that one, and they're going to dump it the length of the ice for an icing.
We're going to see another face-off in the offensive zone here for the Flashes with 1 minute left. And would love to see them get another tally in this game. However, the dust is starting to settle. It's becoming a bit evident now that the Flashes will not be walking away with a win. However, you never know. We could see the craziest comeback like ever in college hockey. So we will see here on this face-off.
Tied up off the draw. Quick shot. Takes a couple deflections out off some Cincinnati defenders. Pressured here by Miller. Good stick there by Norton to keep this one in the zone. Cincinnati does clear, and Holmes is racing back into his zone to pick this one up and quickly get moving the other way. Holmes plays at the lengths of the ice. Sticked away in the neutral zone by the Bearcats once again. Colpine with the pressure. And the Flashes are going to jump this one in, but they have to clear the zone or they will get the offsides. Flash is clear, but the Bearcats settling this one down. Aiden Bepko with speed out of his zone, and he does clear. Flashes as the seconds wind down the clock, looking to move the other way. Cincinnati down low on front. Bartlett's going to cover this one up. We will get a face-off in the Kent zone with 17.2 seconds left to play in this third period.
And with the little time left as time winds down, we are probably going to see a little bit of slow action here, maybe a couple more shot attempts, and Flash is hoping to win this face-off here, maybe get one more rush before the game ends.
Tied up off the face-off. Shot goes just wide. Flash has picked this one up, however, with possession as the seconds wind down the clock in this one. Battle for the puck along the boards. Dumped in deep behind Bartlett. Puck is loose down low. Miller picked this one up. But that is the game, folks. As the clock expires, final score tonight, Cincinnati Bearcats 6, Kent State Golden Flashes 3. Great effort tonight from the Flashes, but just not enough to get it done tonight.
They did a fantastic job, and for a home opener, we saw a lot of excitement. Again, constant penalties, power plays, penalty kills. It was really a fantastic, very high-energy game we saw here tonight. However, the Flashes do come up just short.
Great effort tonight by the Flashes, like Max says. Good news is they get another shot at the Bearcats tomorrow night here at the Kent Ice Arena at 7 p.m. So, folks, if you are free, come to the arena and join us as the Flashes look to get redemption on the Bearcats. My name is Alex Rivera. I've been joined all night by my partner, Max Motes, and we thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you and have a great night.